Hello, everyone. Hi, Jan. So glad you're here. Welcome, everyone. Well, we have some big intentions to work on tonight, and I think we should just go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and breathe together. I put my hand over my heart. Hi, Roslyn. Hi, Jan. Hand over heart to remind myself to breathe through the heart chakra. And this is that easy style of breathing that brings your brain and your heart into coherence. Breathing in through the heart, 4, 5, 6. Out through the heart, 5, 6, 7. In, very easy. Out, slightly longer. Exhale. Let your spine be comfortable and easy. Let your shoulders drop. Breathing in, 4, 5, 6. Out, 5, 6, 7. You might feel that little adjustment in the brain that tells you that you're relaxed enough that your brain and your heart are in coherence. Hello, Kumo Observer. Welcome. Breathing in and out. And now that we have our bodies in coherence, let's connect consciously, heart to heart, so that we can do our work together in the quantum field. It's safe to do so, and we'll disentangle at the end. So we are protected, we are connected. Welcome. Okay, so I'm smiling. I have a pleasant tone in my voice, but oh, am I angry? Right? There's a lot going on in the world, and we can do this subtle activism, and we can do all the things we can do in real life, right, to help. And we can also take care of ourselves, our bodies, our families, our communities. And that's one of the lessons that my spirit guides have been bringing to me over and over again for the past few months. So we have some long-time light-hearted healers who are in the Midwest and who are greatly affected by this, and they're very happy that we're going to intend for them in this regard. So let's stay in that nice, easy, relaxed state. This is where we can be effective. Our first intention. We now intend that the 5051 events on January 30th and 31st are peaceful, safe, and highly effective, as the problem immediately, completely, and permanently melts away. So allow this intention to drop into your heart chakra. Send it spiraling out into the quantum field and follow the energy. Thank you, everyone. Trust this intention and the big energy associated with it, and release it with love. Let's move on to our second intention, also big energy. So we melted things, and now we're going to freeze things. We now intend that Antarctic temperatures surrounding the Thwaites Glacier are immediately, completely, and permanently reduced, preserving both the glacier and the continent. Allow this to drop into your heart chakra and send it spiraling out, and follow the energy. Thank you, everyone. Trust this intention for the Doomsday Glacier and release it with love. Seriously, release it. Let it go. Our final intention is for all of us. And this is about reminding ourselves that we indeed have deep reserves of resilience, humor, and mental toughness. And I am committed to helping anyone I can get through this chaotic time of acceleration and change with this weekly meeting. And I get so much comfort from it. I love it when you guys show up and when you watch this video, when you participate in sending out this energy. It really does make a difference. Oh, Diane G, hi. Welcome. Glad you're here. And Sonia, hello, hello. And just visiting. Thank you so much. Glad you're here. Our final intention for all of us, and whether you're participating live or watching this video afterwards, you still get the full benefit of the intentions. Okay. We now intend to draw on our deep reserves of resilience, humor, and mental toughness, determined to survive and thrive, moving forward in life, healthy and well in every way. So allow this intention for all of us to drop into your heart chakra. Send it spiraling out into the quantum field. Follow the energy. everyone. Trust this intention for all of us and release it with love. And so it is. Wow. Wow. Yes, I see your comment there, Jan. That last one was challenging to let it go. Yeah. Yeah. Big energies. But we're up to it. We are good at this. Yeah. So, if you are interested in sharing your insights or impressions that you received during the meditations, I mean, we covered a lot of ground. Each of these meditations are only 5 minutes, but I think you can get plenty of information just in that amount of time. And I'll keep an eye on the comments. And so, thank you so much. And so it is, yes. Yeah. Okay, so our first intention was for the events on January 30 and 31st, and I'd really love to hear what you guys saw. I'll go ahead and start. I dropped into this sort of observer platform, and I saw a huge mass of people and more people joining at the sides, more and more and more. And then I saw that they were accompanied by angels with flaming swords, which to me symbolizes righteous anger and a righteous cause. And the energy was like, it was just almost impossible to stay in the energy because it was so big and it was very active, right? Like it wasn't chaotic. It was really directed, focused, but it was big energy. And so that made me feel really good because it was brightly lit. There's divine energy behind those things. And as I said, more and more people were joining all the time. So that was really nice. And then when we got into when we went to Antarctica, and sometimes these are a little bit like remote viewing or continent hopping. When we got there, it was so interesting because I've meditated on that glacier before. And I had a very different experience last time. This time, it was humans all around the world had become very quiet, very still, and they were focused on that continent. And I saw golden threads stitching it together, like weaving a kind of a web, a support web over the continent from every direction. Like every continent, people were focusing on preserving that continent and that glacier. And it was beautiful. And that energy felt really, really good. But there was an element to it that also went into the first and the third intention. And I'll talk about that when we get to the third one. Let's see what Diane G saw. For the first intention, I felt a lot of anger from the people. I saw people that were each surrounded by a bubble of protective energy. Yes. Yeah, I think that is absolutely happening. Right? Like one of the things I heard when I dropped into that is I heard people saying to each other, how dare they? How dare they? So you could see that a lot of people who hadn't been paying attention are now engaged. And I thought that was quite interesting. And so often when these intentions come one after the other, there's sort of a thematic message from my guides, and this cohesive message from one intention to the next, I think was really, really interesting. And I'll share that with you. Jan wanted to stay at the glacier. It felt so beautiful. Yes, I have friends who have traveled there more than once, and as much as I would love to go, I can't justify it. I can't justify my being there. I'm not a scientist, and I could visit, just meditating on the continent anytime I want. It's not the same as being physically there, but I think it's just this beautiful experience. Yeah, thank you, Jan. Yeah, we can go there anytime we want, right? We can just meditate on it and look around and see the penguins and the weather, the ice and the icebergs in the water. That's really, really beautiful. And then Diane G, for the third intention, I felt a joyful energy like I was giggling from the heart. Yes, that is so interesting that you would say that. What I got in the third intention was, have you ever seen those yellow zodiac rafts that people take down the Colorado River or through the Grand Canyon or on any other river with rapids? I dropped into that, and we were all in this boat together, and we were kind of white knuckling it, right? Like holding on, and we were being spun around, and it was really chaotic, and the boat was going up the side of the canyon and then down and over on the other side. It was very disorienting, but I felt okay, right? I was worried about being tossed out of the boat, but I wasn't dizzy or I didn't have any motion sickness or disorientation or anything like that. And then I heard someone in the boat say, "Wee," right? Like, this is really fun. And that changed the mood. That changed everything for all of us in the boat. And there was no getting out of it, right? It was a one-way ride, and we had to go through the entire thing. But at the end, we ended up in this very broad, placid river in a forest, and it was just so beautiful. I can still see the real fresh greenness of the water. It was beautiful. So I think it's going to be okay, right? I think we're going to be okay, and that a lot of these things that are happening are mostly an opportunity for all of us to decide who we are and what we want, right? Who are we as a people? Who are we as a species? And what do we want to do going forward? If everything is breaking down, and if everything is being changed, in some cases demolished, what do we want to rebuild, and how do we want to rebuild? I love this comment. I count penguins for a citizen scientist online. Oh yeah, that would be fun. So you are literally observing what's going on there. That's amazing. Thank you for doing that. Love that. So yes, that was the thread that went through every intention tonight. We have an opportunity to expand. Like that first intention, the energy was so big, and I could feel my heart chakra just opening, and just the expansion of the energy was amazing. And there was this sort of subtext that how can you grow in compassion? How can you grow in discernment? How can you grow in wisdom and love and caring for yourself, caring for the people around you, caring for your community, right? And that was the same in the second intention, where people all around the world were getting really quiet and really focused on preserving that continent and that glacier. And then, what can we accomplish if we work together? After doing this style of meditation for over 6 years, I have every confidence that enough of us on the planet decided that glacier was going to stay connected to the continent. I think we could accomplish it. And then the final one, where we were all in it together, we were riding on this very chaotic, wild ride of a river. And as soon as we decided that we were enjoying it, things changed. So I really needed to hear that. I really needed to hear that tonight. Okay. Well, thank you so much for participating in these. I'm getting a heat rush hearing you say that. Yeah. Yeah, I've gotten chills several times tonight. Just, I love it when we take on these big energies. Thank you. A shift in perspective can change things. Yes. Thank you, just visiting. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Well, I feel very encouraged. I know that things, especially if you watch the news and you don't go within and test, probe into your inner being and figure out what's going on within, it can look very, very grim. And I don't want anyone to give up too early, right? Things look bad and it's going to be a bumpy ride, but don't decide that that's that. Okay. Hang in there. Let's see where we land at the end of all this. Okay. All right, everyone. It's time to disentangle our energy from one another. And we'll do that same style of breathing, relaxing the spine. Oh, thank you. It's disentangle time. Yes, it is. And hand over heart. Feeling the expansion of the heart chakra at the end of these meditations. It's amazing what we can do together in just 15 minutes of focused intention meditation. Breathing in 4, 5, 6. Out 5, 6, 7. In and out, arriving in the body after our adventures, back in your chair or couch, back in the body, back in the room. Feel that little adjustment in the brain where you're no longer part of the group, you are disconnected and disentangled. And you're leaving behind any worries or concerns or burdens associated with these intentions. And please take with you the sense of accomplishment, knowing that we've done good work here together. And if there was anything that you found inspiring or helpful or healing, please take that with you into your week. We are now disentangled. My energy comes back to me. Your energy goes back to you. And I say thank you, and I will see you next week. Thanks so much. Good night, everyone.